Good morning. We will start session 8 on chapter Force and Laws of Motion. So we'll start with an exercise numericals here. The first numerical is fifth one. A truck starts from rest. So a truck is starting from rest. So I will write U is equal to 0. Rolls down a hill. A truck starts from rest and rolls down a hill with a constant acceleration. It travels a distance of S is equal to 400 meter in time 20 seconds. Find its acceleration. So it is so simple to write. Since the given is given, what is given we have just written it down, and what we have to find. Find its acceleration. Find the force acting on it. Find the force acting on it if its mass is 7 metric tons. So we have given it in terms of tons. So what is 1 ton is equal to that we have to know actually. 1 metric ton is equal to 1 metric ton is equal to 1000 kg. Now here what they have done is they have given you the conversion. In exam the conversion will not be given. So we should know that is 1 metric ton is equal to 1000 kg. So mass is equal to 7000 kg. Mass should always be in terms of kg. So when you look at this sum, what comes to your mind? Force is nothing but product of mass into acceleration. Mass is there, acceleration is not there. We have to find. We can find here using U, S and T. So write the formulas again. V is equal to U plus AT, that is A is equal to V minus U by T. Anything you can write. V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Then we have S is equal to UT plus half AT square. We have S, we have U, we have T, we have to find A. That means this formula is suitable. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So S is 400, U is 0, time is 20 plus half. Acceleration, that is what we have to find, and here time is given as 20 seconds, 20 into 20, t square. So cancel whatever you can, 2 ones are, 2 tens are. 400 is equal to 0 plus 20 into 20 into 10 is 208. Therefore, A is equal to 400 divided by 200. Acceleration is 2 meters per second square. First part we found the acceleration. Now our work is to find the force. Simple formula, F is equal to mass into acceleration, where mass is given as 7000 into acceleration is 2. So force is equal to 7 2s are 14,000 newtons. A very simple and a direct sum. Let's go to the next one. A stone of 1 kg thrown with a velocity of 20 meters per second. I hope you have copied down this. We'll start with the next one. At the end of this chapter, children, if you remember, is matter around the sphere. There also we had 2 numericals only. So what I will do is, at the end of this chapter itself, those 2 numericals will be solved, which you can consider that under the chapter is matter around the sphere. Next one, a stone of 1 kg. So as you write 6th one, right, go on writing the given. A stone of 1 kg thrown with a velocity. It is thrown with a velocity, therefore that is initial velocity, 20 meters per second. Across a frozen surface of a lake and comes to rest. It is coming to rest. V is equal to 0. After traveling a distance of 50 meter. This is how, if you read the question and go on writing, it becomes very easy. What is the force of friction between the stone and the ice? F is equal to question mark. Now it's the same sum. To find the force, what is force formula? Mass into acceleration. To find the force, I want acceleration. That means, right, A also has a question mark here. To find acceleration, I only know u, v and s. Which formula will come? V square is equal to u square plus 2as 0. 20 square plus 2 into a into 50. 0 is equal to 400 plus what you have here, acceleration 100a. So 100a is equal to minus 400. We are getting a in terms of this. Let us see what a is equal to minus 400 divided by 100, where acceleration is minus 4 meters per second square. Why did we get acceleration negative here? A 1 kg stone is thrown with a velocity across a frozen lake, right? It comes to rest. What is the force of friction between the stone and the ice? So always when we talk about the frictional force, what is a frictional force? It is a force which is acting opposite to the motion of the force of an object. So it is always an opposite force. So if this is a force given, frictional force is opposite. What? Suppose if I apply 5 Newton of force to push something, there will be minus 5 Newton of friction force acting on it, right? That is why I am able to push it. Otherwise, I will not be able to push it. There's the same question after this what we have. A is minus. Then write F is equal to ME, second part. Force is equal to mass is 1 into minus 4. Force is equal to minus 4 Newton. Give the conclusion if you want. This is not only the force. Frictional force is minus Newton. Yes, frictional force can come as minus Newton because it is a force which is acting opposite to the force of the motion of an object. Seventh one, see, there's one question here actually, which you are 10th one, which we are supposed to be this on similar on that. We will understand about that negative sign much there. Seventh one. A 8,000 kg engine pulls a train of 5 wagons, each of 2,000 kg along the horizontal track. If an engine exerts a force of 4,000 Newton on the track, offers a frictional force of 5,000 Newton, then calculate the net accelerating force. First we'll go on writing what we know from that, or here we can't write exactly what is given. We have to write that along with the sub questions what they have asked. So here, according to the A question, force exerted by the engine is how much? That we will write. Force exerted by engine, F is equal to 40,000 Newton. Keep it as it is. That is a force exerted on the engine. Frictional force offered by the track. F I will write. So frictional force offered by the track is how much here? This is frictional force. How much they have given? 5,000. Net force. Net accelerating force is nothing but the total final force. So we write net accelerating force. That is equal to, it is force exerted on the engine. Fe shall we make this? We understand. Minus the frictional force offered by the track, which is nothing but 40,000 minus 5,000. So net accelerating force is here 35,000 Newton. So we are done with the first part. We have answered. It's very clear. Look at the next one. What they have asked? Acceleration of the train. B part. What is the acceleration of the train? So A we have to find. I will just write here A question mark. The engine, what is the force exerted by the engine? That is very important here. And what is the acceleration force on the wagons? Wagon is not those bogies or wagons what written. That is also we have calculated here, because that is the net accelerating force totally. Mass of the wagon, have they given? Yes. So it is 8,000 kg engine. So mass pulls a train of 5 wagons, each of 2 kg. So mass of each wagon is, now this is 8,000 kg engine it is. That will pull the number of, see this is the engine children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is pulling those wagons. Mass of each wagon or a bogie, what we say, it's not called a bogie actually, which will fill the load actually. Yeah. So mass of each is 2000. How many such we have? We have such 5 wagons. So mass of 5 wagons we have to calculate the acceleration. Let's do that. So acceleration, we have acceleration of the train. Let us write. Acceleration of the train A is equal to question mark. Next, what they have asked, this we will write net accelerating force is equal to 35,000 Newton. Keep it as it is. Mass of each wagon 2000 kg. Mass of 5 wagon 2000 into 5, 10,000 kg. Right? Things are very clear. We have the net accelerating force. We have to find acceleration. We know mass. Can we apply the formula directly? I'll just erase it this side. We'll do it here. So how much it is? F is equal to ma. What is F? 35,000. What is mass? 10,000 A. Therefore, acceleration is 35,000 divided by 10,000. 3 zeros, 3 zeros. 5 2s are 5 7s are. A is equal to 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, 3.5 meters per second square. In some textbooks they have only given A and B children. But again here, this year your science textbooks, there are there are many numericals where it is changed in so many textbooks. So what I will do is I will go with all the 3 options. Those who have it, good. Those who don't have it, it will be an additional practice. For the same given, there is one more third last point. What they have asked is the force of wagon 1 on wagon 2. So what is the force of wagon 1 on wagon 2? This is not given in most of the textbooks. But since it is there here, in few old textbooks it is available, we will be solving it. For that, I'll just erase these things. The last part we will solve. Anyhow, we know the acceleration on all these things now. Let's find the force of wagon 1 on wagon 2. C part. Okay. Now for this force of wagon 1 on wagon 2 when we talk about, let us consider out of 5 wagons, let us consider 4 wagons this side and 1 wagon this side, because force of this wagon on this wagon when they are asking, let us just remove 1 wagon there. That force on this. So we will write mass of all wagons except 1. That is 4 into 2000. 8,000 kg. Keep it as it is. What is acceleration? We just now found out 3.5 meters per second square. Right? All are interrelated only here. Therefore, what is force exerted on wagon 1 on wagon 2? M into A. So what is M? 8,000. What is A? 3.5. Direct answer is here 28,000 Newton. Give the conclusion. Therefore, force exerted by wagon 1 on the remaining 4 wagons is 28,000 Newton. So, on the remaining 4 wagons, including, you can even answer, hence the force exerted by wagon 1 on wagon 2 is to pull is 28,000 newtons. This is how you go. This question, this is asked in most of the exams, this particular question. We'll go with the next one now. An automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kg. Eighth one has a mass of 1500 kg. What must be the force between the vehicle and the road if the vehicle is to be stopped with a negative acceleration of 1.7? So, A is equal to minus 1.7 meters per second square. Final velocity is 0. Why final velocity is 0? Because we have to stop it. But we don't. Do you think we require final velocity in any of the question? No. Still they have given, we will write it. Direct question, children. What must be the force? Everything is given to stop the vehicle. That means opposite frictional force to stop. What is required? Mass into acceleration. 1500 into 1.7 minus 1.7. So 2550 minus. Almost what you have seen here is the numericals are very simple except the previous one what we have solved. All are direct. Either you have to find, they will ask you to find force. You have to find acceleration and then find force. That is one type of a question. Second type of question here is law of conservation of momentum. Before collision and after collision. These are the only two types of numericals what we have in this chapter. So the next one, yeah, this is what I was talking about. I will discuss this orally. 10th one. Using a horizontal force 200 Newton. So force is 200 Newton. Okay. We intend to move a wooden cabinet across the floor at a constant velocity. What is the frictional force that will be exerted on the cabinet? So you can write the answer. Minus 200 Newton will be the frictional force applied on the cabinet. That is one type of answer. So minus 200 Newton will be the frictional force applied. You can write. Or if you write 200 Newton of force is to be applied, it will be wrong. But if you write the answer like 200 Newton of force acting opposite to the body is to be applied, it will be correct. See, understand. Answer can be plus 200 minus 200 also. If you write minus 200, everything is sorted out there and then. If you write plus 200, you have to mention that which is acting in the opposite direction. Now here in the book I have written 200 Newton. But see how I have written. Force of friction on the cabinet is equal to 200 Newton in the direction opposite to the direction of motion. Right? I have mentioned the word opposite to the direction of motion. Otherwise you write directly minus 200. Understood it as opposite. But both plays a very important when you write plus or minus, how you are writing it as plus or minus with correct information given. So this is very clear. We'll solve one more sum and we will wind up with today's session. So these were the usual type of numericals what you can expect in force, mass, acceleration type. Now this is again our usual type of law of conservation. Two objects each of mass 1.5 kg. 11th one. So here M1 is also equal to 1.5 kg and your M2 is also equal to 1.5 kg. Are moving in the same straight line but in an opposite direction. The velocity of each object is 2.5 meters per second. So velocity of this is also 2.5 meters per second. Velocity of this is also 2.5 meters per second. But in the opposite direction, minus. Before the collision, during when they stick together, what will be the velocity of the combined object after collision? So after collision, V1 will be equal to V2. Why? Because they both will have a same velocity. We have done this in the previous all sums. V1 is equal to V2. Now I think you have all the information here. How to solve this? Total momentum before collision is equal to, you know the formula, right? So total momentum before collision m1u1 plus m2u2, after collision m1 plus m2 of v, right? Substitute. M1 is 1.5 into 2.5 plus M2 is also 1.5 into minus 2.5 is equal to 1.5 plus 1.5 of V. Now plus minus cancelled. So 0 is equal to 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3V. V is equal to 0. So the velocity of the object, what will be the combined? The combined velocity of the object after collision will be 0. Why? Because they are moving in the opposite direction. First of all, they have given that one condition, so it is understood. Such questions can also be asked in 1 mark MCQs, children. So you have to be very careful in understanding the question. If you miss to write this minus 2 here, the sum is wrong. The hint is here in the opposite direction. That is more important to know. So with this, right, if you want units also, it's not at the same. So with this we end today's session. Remaining few sums that we will be completing in the next session.